MovieWeb.com.
Okay, so can you just both talk a bit about like how you kind of first came upon the script and the story and what you first thought about it?
I first met the director David on his first feature called Big Dreams, Little Tokyo. Really quirky comedy, and so when he told me about the second feature, I read the script, and it was really good, very charming, heartwarming, interesting backdrop. So that's how I came on board.
And James emailed me and said, there's this movie and you should read the script, and here's the website for Big Dreams Little Tokyo so you can get a sense of what this director's like. And I did just that, and that's how I was first introduced.
Yes, I mean, it's really, I mean, I thought it was hilarious. I mean, like, it's kind of an odd blend of humor, too. It's like this guy who's really kind of supposed to be a loser, but he's kind of just goes by his own kind of beat, I guess. Like, what was that kind of aspect like working with this film?
Well, I think the character's funny because we have a 40-year-old trapped in a sort of a 12-year-old's mindset, and then we have the 10-year-old in the film who's the most adult one in the family in some ways. So, and this movie provides a lot of that. You know, it's got a lot of, you know, interesting juxtapositions of characters and humors and relationships, and not necessarily having the need to spell it out for you. You know, so I had a great time. You know, we were in Utah and around Salt Lake City, which is a beautiful place to do a movie. And I feel like a lot of the actors had a chance to bond a little bit, being out there together.
So, I mean, I heard, when I was reading about Justin, like, it seems like he actually is like a prodigy like this. Like, he said he was working the cameras and stuff like that. I mean, what was he like on set? I mean, just working with this young...
You know, I actually didn't interact that much with him, but from what I knew of him, I mean, he's an amazing piano player. All the piano playing is done by him, and I mean, I think he was accurately cast.
Yeah.
That role was hard to find for them because they wanted the kid to be able to really play the piano and still be able to act, and this is his first project from what I know. And we ended up having a lot of very musically talented people in the film, you know, and music sort of became its own element in it. But, you know, Lynn sings, Mia, who plays tag, really plays the violin, and so that's all them kind of, you know, playing, you know. My character was based on a real musician, so I got to meet the real Tim and take some guitar lessons from him, and a few days later, we're actually on the stage together, playing with his band, dressed up in all sorts of outfits, you know, Quaker Oats man, Uncle Sam, a bear. Lynn had a mustache. So it was fun.
Nice. So can you just talk a little bit about working in Salt Lake and like why they kind of chose that for shooting this film?
I believe, I mean, I don't know for sure, but I believe it's because that's where Dave lived.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dave went to BYU a little bit, and our main producer, Dwayne, also was based out of there, and it really provided some interesting backdrops, you know. We were filming several scenes in the Salt Lake City Library, which is this beautiful architecture.
Gorgeous, yeah.
And had these huge glass panels and a really nice staircase. And I just really liked the fact that it took us out of LA, where we're based, and it's something about a movie taking you on a location, you know, it really helps me personally to immerse myself in the project and in the lives of the characters.
So can you both talk a bit about working with Hiroshi? Like when I talked to him earlier, he said that he was, when people were starting to like laugh, like he wasn't kind of sure like how to respond. So it's like, what was it like just kind of working with him on set?
You know, Hiroshi, in general, stuck to himself. You know, like I don't know if he was doing that intentionally, but I remember on days off we'd be like, "Come with us," and he'd be like, "No, I'm going to Red Lobster tonight." And okay. Go to Red Lobster.
By himself?
Yeah, he'd go to Red Lobster. So I mean, like I don't know if that was intentional, that he was like trying to distance himself. He's such a professional, and so I mean, he's fun to work with. But I think he's a little bit of a loner in that sense.
Well, the character sort of lives in his own world, and I think that's what's so funny about it, because in his world, he's taking it really seriously. You know, he's obsessed with Ramona and on this quest for her. Meanwhile, I'm his coworker, and I'm trying to help out his romantic life by introducing him to, you know, potential dates. and in the process, I become his biggest rival, you know, and there's just almost this Don Quixote factor that he's got these, you know, imagination or just this quest that he's imagined, you know, that he's on, and I think it was such a unique and refreshing character to see, and it sort of set a nice, you know, I guess focal point for this story.
Great. So just finally, like, what would you like to say to just fans of like indie films about why they should check out Why I'm Rice?
It's quirky. It's got great acting, great cinematography, great directing, good music.
Yeah.
I feel like it's something all types of people can enjoy, you know, whatever your background is from, or no matter how old you are, everyone could relate to being stuck in a job and wanting to pursue a different kind of passion, trying to reconnect with an old love and the complexities that come with that, being in a marriage and kind of longing for the way things used to be, and a family that looks great on the outside but is somewhat dysfunctional and trying to sort of find this way together. So it's got something for everybody.
I think everyone should know Jimmy. I mean,
That is true.
if you don't know Jimmy in real life, you should
Yeah.
definitely.
Well, you
check
will
him
after
out.
this movie.
Yeah.